Check. 1, 2, iron and lime.
Lead weight hangs in the winter air. Gray skies match the pavement stare. Oxidation eats the fire escape. Every corner got a jagged shape. Look at the rebar, bending like a fractured limb. The foundation is looking slim. Diesel smoke coats the brickwork, where the vultures and the hawks lurk. Cinder block stacked in a crooked row. This the only geometry we know. Pressure on the load-bearing wall. Wait for the empire to fall. Scrape the rust off the iron gate. Scrape the Bible is a heavy weight. No blueprints for this wreckage, just the cold and the message. Asphalt cracks in the steel yields. No harvest in these barren fields. Build it up to tear it down. The cycle of this rusted town.
The cycle.
Stories of peeling paint. The air is thick and the light is faint. Steam rises from the sewer grate, marking territory on the slate. The geometry is rigid, 90 calculating in the final tally. Boots crunch on the grit and glass, watching the silent seasons pass. The block is a furnace, burning through the human scrap. Caught in the teeth of the trap. Pound the mortar with a heavy fist. Fade away in the gray mist. No mercy in the structural flaw. Just the grit and the iron law. Asphalt cracks in the steel yields. No harvest in these barren fields. Build it up to tear it down. The cycle of this rusted town. Asphalt cracks in the steel yields. No harvest in these barren fields. Build it up to tear it down. The cycle of this rusted town. Deconstruction is a quiet art. Watching the project fall apart. Underneath the cooling shades, salt eats the undercarriage. To the decay, we all is coming. To clear the space for the new, the same gray sky.
Iron and lime, dusted dirt. Keep it moving, the cycle.
Yeah. Hold the light. Orange vapor burning through the sleet. Watch the asphalt freezing near my feet. Iron tracks buzz a low frequency. Locked in this borough's cold sequency. Broken glass holds the color of the gray. Waiting for the sun to find another way. The system grinds like rusted teeth of fate. Standing guard inside the winter's heavy gate. Yeah. Steam rises from the vents in the floor. History is knocking at the basement door. I'm a relic of the street, corner blues. Walking through the slush in my scuffed shoes. Walking through. Subway still screaming under frozen skin. Where does the metal end and I begin? The lamppost is a witness to the crime of hours lost inside the pockets of time. Salt on the curb eating through the leather, holding it together in the killing weather. Just the strict laws of the social order. Third eye open while the rest are closed. The blueprint of the struggle is exposed. Watch the train's every single move exposed. Watch the train snake through the dark tunnel. Life getting poured through a narrow funnel. True. One bow fighting back the heavy ink. Too much pressure makes a weak mind blink. I see the pattern in the falling flakes, calculating every single move it takes. The burrow breeds a heavy lack of hope, trying to climb a ladder made of rope. The grit is failing, but the filament holds. burning bright against the bitter biting colds. Physics of survival in the dark expanse, giving the forgotten just a second glance. It's the resonance of the hollow chest, putting the integrity, the final test. The final test. Last one standing when the shift is done, fighting for a victory that's never won. Casting circles on the dirty slushy ground, the only honest signal that can be found. Babylon is shivering in the midnight air, but this orange eye gives a steady stare. No chanted, needed for the tungsten wire, just the persistence of the chemical fire. End of the line where the tracks all rust, turning all the crowning while the wind is loud. Precision in the flow like a surgeon's hand. Stay grounded. The light. Steady. Chemical fire. Cold. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Phantom radio. Yeah.
Phantom radio, they never cut the signal. Ancient frequency, still riding on the vinyl. Close your eyes and tune your mind to what is real. The ones who came before us left a broadcast we can feel.
The architecture of thought was built before the city, before the concrete poured, before the neon lit the gritty. I traced the blueprints back to minds that held no grudge. Every word a calibration, wisdom doesn't smudge. Read the orbits of the planets through a cracked window pane. The same mathematics govern stars and alleyways and rain. 7 steps to elevation, count them on the way. Every step of revelation burning brighter than the day. Precision is the weapon, syllables are measured, not a single wasted word. And anything I've treasured, the craft is in the carving. What you leave out makes the form. A sculptor and a poet both agree, remove the norm. I walk through crowded silence, every face a chapter, every pair of tired eyes a world I want to capture. The microphone's a radio tower broadcasting true, and if you tune in with an open mind, this frequency is you.
They said the broadcast ended when the last great era fell, but every fallen era leaves a frequency to tell.
Yeah.
Phantom radio, they never cut the signal. Ancient frequency still riding on the vinyl. Close your eyes and tune your mind to what is real. The ones who came before us left a broadcast we can.
My grandfather kept a shortwave radio beside his chair. Said the world was full of signals floating everywhere in there. He turned the dial at midnight like he knew exactly where to find the frequency of truth beneath the static and the glare. I think of him when winter presses cold against the glass, and all the lessons that he left me like the rings inside the mast of an old oak that remembers every season that has passed. Some things outlive the vessel, wisdom built to always last. The river doesn't mourn the stones it carries to the sea. It simply moves because that is what a river's meant to be. And I've been moving since the moment I first found the beat. This frequency, the only thing that makes the circle complete. They'll classify this music in 100 years as art, but right now in this moment it's the language of the heart. No algorithm captures what the analog releases. The warmth of imperfection, how the real thing never ceases.
Phantom radio, they never cut the signal. Ancient frequency still riding on the vinyl. Close your eyes and tune your mind to what is real. The ones who came before us left a broadcast we can feel.
The universe compresses time into a single note. Every civilization starts and ends inside a throat. The griot and the physicist arrive at the same place, that everything observable is temporary as a face. But frequencies persist beyond the body and the bone. The vibration of the truth survives when flesh is turned to stone. That's why they press the wax, to trap the moment in the groove. A fossil of a feeling that the needle can remove and replay for a stranger 40 years into the future. Time is not a barrier to what the music is, a suture. I've sat with elders elders who refused to be erased, who kept the old songs living so the young would not be dazed by the white noise of a culture that consumes itself for sport. Real music is the anchor, it's the harbor and the port. Every bar I lay is testimony for the record, not a court of law, but something far more sacred and more revered. A record of a moment that was felt and understood, where something difficult was beautiful and something cold felt good.
Phantom radio, the signal never leaves the atmosphere. You only need the silence and the willingness to hear.
So when they ask you, so when they ask you, so when they ask you where the real hip-hop went, tell them it never left, it only changed the way it bent. Through airwaves and through ciphers and through basement studio nights, through vinyl and through memory, and through all the years of fights. The frequency is permanent. You only have to choose to tune into the signal, or to let yourself be used by every passing wave of noise that trades itself for gold. The phantom radio is broadcasting, and this is how it's told. Phantom radio, the signal is eternal. What the masters built in wax becomes the journal. To tune your frequency to truth and let it find you. The phantom broadcast, always playing right behind you. The phantom broadcast, the phantom radio, the phantom radio. Phantom radio, the phantom radio.
Yeah. One time for the structural integrity, foundation, low frequency. I measure life by the weight of the rebar. Cement lung breathing dust from a streetcar. It is heavy lifting, shifting the paradigm, ticking like a pendulum, weaponized over time. The architecture is a skeleton of cold gray, old ways buried where the rusted pipes lay. I am looking for the fracture in the aggregate. Hard to navigate, watching how the mass shifts. Iron beam screaming under pressure of the sky. I do not blink, I do not ask the builder why. I just stand firm, spine like a pillar stone. Leather skin stretched over marrow and brittle bone. No blueprints for the spirit in the basement. Just a replacing the pavement for pavement. A cycle of erosion, salt on the asphalt. Breaking down the system, pointing out the mass fault. Harder than the kiln of the street life. Steel sharp as steel, cutting through the heat right. Fortitude is found in the foundation. Steady in the flux, constant observation. Harder than the kiln of the street life. Steel sharp and steel, cutting through the heat right. Wait for the hammer, listen for the crack. Iron in the blood, never looking back. I study how the brickwork reacts to the cold. A story of the grit told in layers of mold. Survival is a science of chemical reaction. Seeking out the peace in the middle of distraction. The city is a clock with a broken mainspring. Watching what the winter and the heavy rain bring. I am a 10 of the moment, lease on the breath. Counting every second like a wager with death. The silhouettes are shifting on the tenement wall. I learned how to climb before I learned how to fall. The iron does not bend, it just snaps or it holds. Breaking out the patterns in the seasonal molds. Eyes wide catching every glint on the chrome. Making every alleyway a segment of home. Internal architecture reinforced by the soul. Staying in the center while they are losing control. Harder than the kiln of the street life. Steel sharp as steel, cutting through the heat right. Fortitude is found in the foundation. Steady in the flux, constant observation. Harder than the kiln of the street life. Steel sharp and steel, cutting through the heat right. Wait for the hammer, listen for the crack. Iron in the blood, never looking back. Pillar in the post, iron in the blood, stone in the spirit. Yeah, stay steady,
Watch the weight. This is heavy.
Check the load-bearing walls. Out. Yeah. Vanguard maneuver. Watch the iron rust. We the architects. Building out the debris. Pop the padlock off the heavy iron gate. Calculate the pressure while I'm stacking up the plate. Tacked it in the pocket like a rusted silver blade. Dismantling the engine of the debt they never paid. Strategic with the logic, strictly mental in the lab. Slice through the fabric like a jagged little stab. Pattern of the master, keep the rhythm in the chest. Put the petty politics and bicker in the rest. Heavy metal clatter when we hit the pavement grid. Unlocking all the wisdom that the older killers hid. Vocalists with malice, but the malice gotta go. Filing down the shackles till we purify the soul. Piston in the engine, keep the cycle in the groove. Strategic in the movement, wait for us to make a move. Power in the union, keep the focus on the prize. See the revolution reflected in our eyes. Rise through the rust, leave the rubble on the floor. Kick down the door. Blueprint for the win, we don't settle for the war. Give us something more. Strategic mind state. Keep the collective in the light. Build a new empire in the middle of the fight. Systemic decay, yeah, we're peeling back the paint. Aggressive with the truth, I'm the opposite of feint. Block logic, brick by brick, we re-scrunch at the view. Tearing down the old to make a ladder for the new. Flicking off the switch of every manufactured light. Alloy in the backbone, iron in the wrist. Turning every struggle into something we assist. Mastering the sequence in the middle of the rhyme. Organize the block, keep the inventory checked. Every single with delivery, I'm hitting every spec. Take the tactical advantage from the bottom of the street. Vanguard of the thought, yeah, the strategy is deep. Waking up the workers while the rulers are asleep. Leave the rubble on the floor. Kick down the door. Blueprint for the win, we don't settle for the war. Give us something more. Strategic mind state. Keep the collective in the light. Hold it down tight. Build a new empire in the middle of the fight. Finalizing plans, yeah, the structure is secure. Keeping every motive in the movement very pure. Not for the status, it's a battle for the block. Setting up the timer and we're winding up the clock. Total domination, building up the future for the entire human race. Gritty with the texture, optimistic with the aim. Burning up the system till we clarify the flame. The blueprint is set, no turning back now. Collective action, vanguard, keep the rhythm moving. Moving, keep the rhythm moving. Yeah, out. Yeah, watch the angles. The weight of the world, straight up. The grid is a trap designed by iron hands. 90-degree turns across the dead lands. The architecture rigid and the blueprints are cold. Counting every digit till the bodies get old. Vertical pressure from the towers above. No space for pity, no room for the love. Just columns of stone in the gray sky ceiling. Numb to the touch, we lost all the feeling. Geometry of streets where the circles don't fit. Locked in the box, yeah, we live in the pit. The layout is lethal, the planning is grim. Survival is calculated, sink or you swim. Keep your back to the wall, watch the intersection. Calculated movements, perfect direction. The city is a furnace, the buildings are walls. Waiting for the moment when the masonry falls. The pavement is heavy, so heavy. The asphalt is cold, so cold. The pressure is constant, every day. The iron won't fold, hold, never fold. Keep it moving. Hold the weight. The weight of the steel is a physical load. Walking through the vapor on the cracked out road. Walking through the vapor on the cracked out road. The infrastructure sags under years of the stress. Life is a trial, a game of the chess. Gravity pulls at the base of your spine. Holding up the block like a tectonic line. The magnitude is massive, the scale is immense. The atmosphere is thick like a gallon of tar. Trying to find an exit, but you don't get far. You breathe in the suit in the dust of the grind, leaving all the weakness and the soft parts behind. Hardened by the friction of the sidewalk slate, accepting the burden, accepting the fate. The steel beams groan in the wind and the rain, channeling the pressure, channeling the pain. The pavement is heavy, so heavy. The asphalt is cold, so cold. The pressure is constant, every day. The iron won't fold, hold, never fold. The pressure is constant, every day. The iron won't fold, hold, never fold. Yeah, inside the cranium the metal gets forged. Empty out the spirits where you stand all alone. Temper the resolve and you stand all alay. Building up a fortress where you stand all alay. The psychological toll is a mountain of salt. I jam my tree with torrents, he's a bow in the vault. Endurance is a currency, but rhythmic and slow. The grindstone is turning so the building so high. Underneath the blackness of the spirit so high. Since the very minute that the body was born, finding out the hard way, there is no other way. The ground doesn't spin, but it never will stop. Hold the line steady, keep the feet on the floor. The city is a beast and it is looking intact. Standing on the asphalt and that is a fact. The pressure makes diamonds or a path of my own.
Hold the weight, 90 degrees. The grid never fold. Yeah. Kick the weight, slide.
Yeah.
Steady on the corner, holding it down.
Pavement heat rising from the iron grate. 7:30 sharp, never show up late. Metal shutters clank heavy on the chain. Leather soled shoes walking through the rain. Old man Vito with the silver shears, trimming away all the forgotten years. Tucked in the corner of the brick and mortar, watching every sign's just a name in ink. Tougher than the metal in the kitchen sink. Currency flows in a dusty stream. Waking up the block from a heavy sleep. Stocking the shelves with the daily bread. Knowledge is the weight inside a heavy head. Paying back a debt that ain't settled yet. Keep the gates locked. Front to back, we keep the gates locked. Where the clock stop. Steady on the corner where the clock stop. Merchant of the corner where the clock stop. Merchant of the block, king of the trade. Sharpening the edge of a rusted blade.
Holding it down.
Yeah. The newsstand vendor got the wisdom of the street. Stacking up the papers by his tired feet. Ink on his thumb like a brand new mark. Light from a match cutting through the dark. Hardware store with the copper and the lead. Fixing what is broken, keeping spirits fed. They try to buy the land, try to shift the tide. But the roots go deep where the old souls hide. But the roots go deep where the old souls hide. Mastering the craft at a steady rate. Mastering the craft of precise design. So walking through the alley on a thin gray line. Each storefront stands like a silent guard. Life on the asphalt is a little bit hard. Keep the ledger clean, keep the focus tight. Watching all the madness in the dead of night. Keep the gates locked. Front to back, we keep the gates locked. Where the clock stop. Steady on the corner where the clock stop. Merchant of the corner where the clock stop. Merchant of the block, king of the trade. Sharpening the edge of a rusted blade. Yeah.
Brick and mortar, slide, still standing. The weight of history, no movement. Kick the weight, slide. The trade. Precision. One time. Out. Check the pressure. Breathe in the suit. One time.
Asphalt, architecture, pressure on the temple. Mental, elemental, skeletal, detrimental, fundamental. Iron silhouettes, high rise, horizontal, breathing with the steam. The iron lung is seething, seam, main can, frantic, kinetic, emphatic, automatic in the attic, erratic but systematic. Right angles, tangles, the sky is a sliver. Deliver the shiver, the rhythm of the river. Granite skin sinew within the internal, infernal, eternal, nocturnal. The journal is filled with the spills of the bills and the thrills. The chills of the kills where the iron remains still. Sinew when the marrow is the path of the arrow. Harrowing the marrow, been the burden is narrow. Pavement, bereavement, achievement of the treatment. Underneath the iron where the marrow meets the basement. Mastery, vacancy, no agency. Blatantly a Genesee, the duplicacy, the thickness of the agency. The vertical mass. Keep moving. Don't look up. Yeah.
Don't look up.
Urban geometry, telemetry, the chemistry of misery and history, the mystery of the remedy. Vertical velocity, atrocity, ferocity, irreciprocities of the city, the viscosity, the smog, the fog, the log of the struggle, the juggle of the rubble, the bubble in the puddle, mental grit, asphalt, bit, shatter the mass. Iron the mass, iron perplast, weight of the glass, wait for the past. Angle lungs, breathing in the carbon and the rust, in the crush of the crush, we are turning to the dust, no leverage. Average, the savage in the dust, no leverage. Average, the savage in the wreckage, testing the message, the passage in the vestige. The grid is a furnace, we are the coal in the hole. The toll of the stroll, the control of the soul. Hold it, the pressure, breathe. Vertical mass, iron lungs. Vertical mass, iron lungs. Vertical mass, iron lungs. Keep moving, breathe.
Check the pressure. Breathe in the suit.
Breathe.
Check. Yeah. Keep it cold. One time. Exhale turns the mist against the brick in the iron.
A shivering king on a throne of wet tire. Steam escapes the manhole like a heavy secret. If you find a little spark, you better try to keep it. The asphalt is a sheet of glass under the boot. I'm looking for a jacket with a little more loot. Wool cap pull low to the bridge of the nose. Wool cap pull low to the bridge of the nose. The wind is a razor, and everyone knows the radiator's knocking like a debt collects fist. I'm writing down the names of the things that I missed. A lukewarm sun that forgot that I missed. I see the lukewarm soda and a sandwich from the store, waiting for the heat to crawl across the floor. The borough is a freezer with the light bulb gone. We're waiting with a frame, just a frame full of frost. Counting up the hours and the tax and the cost. They talk about the industry like it's a shiny thing. I'd rather have a heater than a Don Rochelle. Trying to find a story that we don't have to sell. The pocket is empty, but the mind is awake. Running out of luck at the turnstile gate. We're building up a fort out of cardboard and tin. To booking for a verb, then the sanity in. My cousin's in the basement, fixing up a leak. He hasn't seen the sky for at least a whole week. I saw a man huddled by a bus stop sign. He was sharing out a smoke and he looked just fine. A tiny bit of friction in a world of ice. The city doesn't care if your fingers go blue. It's a giant clockwork that's passing on through. I saw a man cycle of a long form delay. I'm tired of the polish and the fake ass grin. I'm tired of the polish and the fake ass grin. I want the dirty texture underneath the skin. The mumble in the vocal is a choice, not a flaw. I'm waiting for the moment when the pipes finally thaw. No, I'm waiting for the moment when the pipes finally thaw. No miracles here, just a plumber and a wrench. And close the heavy door and let the deadbolt slide. There's drifting like the snow in a pile by the vent. The city is a giant that's holding its breath. A walk to the corner is a dance with a death. But I found a little warmth in a stranger's nod. A temporary peace in a world that is odd. Just a human pulse in a landscape of steel. Trying to remember how the sun used to feel. Keep the lights low while the record spins round. A symphony of grit and a search of main sound. A symphony, a lesson in the way we're laying sound. The winner is a lesson in the way we survive. Staying lukewarm just to feel a bit alive.
Stay warm. The ice is thick.
The morning air tastes like iron exhaust. Everything has a price, nothing counts the cost. Just the rhythm of the stride on the frozen slate. Brooklyn don't move for nobody, we just move through it. The asphalt breathes a heavy mist at dawn. Tie my laces tight, exhaling steam like tired lungs. I walk where the bitter salt stings the tongues of the gargoyles perched on the brownstone ledge. Living life sharp, right on the serrated edge. Wool coat, heavy, charcoal gray and thick. I watch the G train rattle in the iron cage. Another morning turning over a rusted page. No heat in the station, just the limbs go numb. I seen the hierarchy built on the corner store. Crates of citrus resting on the dusty floor. Luxury is a scarf made of hand-spun silk. It's a chess game played with no ivory pieces. Just a cold logic where the warmth ceases. The economy of the block is a precise machine, calculating dividends in the space between. I saw a man trade his dignity for a thin dime. In the borough of kings, we just killing time. Keep the sidewalk is the only map I need to know. Pavement is a ledger where the dead is etched. Seen the longest arms get their pockets stretched. Trust is a luxury the winner can't afford. My father told me silence is the loudest sound. Keep your secrets buried in the frozen ground. The architecture here is built on broken glass. Watch leather gloves, the old neighborhood past. Rail narrating the struggle on a grander scale. The frost on the window makes a jagged frame. For a city that forgot how to speak your name. The butcher unrolls the steel shutters with a crash. Counting out the inventory, clearing out the trash. Steam rises from the vents in a steady plume. I calculate the risk of the coming afternoon. Whistling a low and a melancholy tune. My boots leave a pattern in the dust and the white. A temporary mark before it fades into an art. Keeping the machinery from falling apart. 1 foot in the labyrinth standing all alone. The day begin the sectors where the plans are made. No pity in the bricks where the plans are made. Just the heavy pressure of the morning rush. The city is a witness, never takes the stand. I hold the map of the cycle of repetitive spin. Seeing where the sidewalking's I begin. Staccato footsteps on the frozen blacktop. The motion is the mission, it's a non-stop. Gritty reality under a winter sky. Keep the head down, let the world pass by precise steps. Through the slush and the salt, the steel and the stone. Brooklyn winter, it never melts, just hardens. Rhythm goes on.
Yeah. Cold nights. Concrete dreams. Still breathing through the static. Yeah. Footsteps echo through the avenue mist. Street lights flicker while the city persists. Gray skies painted on the walls of my mind. Every scar got a story buried deep in the grime. Subway ghosts moving slow through the dark. Young souls carrying pain like a permanent mark. Corner store prophets talking wisdom and code, while ambition and survival walk the same road. Mama said the cold city never showed grace, so I learned how to read fear right off her face. Rain falling heavy on the cracked cement floors. Another lost king trapped behind invisible walls. Still I move with the hunger inside my chest. Every sleepless night turn the pressure to strength. No fake shine, no fabricated crown. Just midnight thoughts while the whole world drowns.
Concrete gospel under midnight skies. Lost souls trying just to stay alive.
Cold wind blowing through the avenue lights.
We carry dreams through these endless nights. Concrete gospel.
Hear the city cry.
Broken angels still learning how to fly.
Through the static and the endless fight.
We survive through the dark tonight.
Ashes floating from the rooftop air. Old heads talking like the truth disappeared. Every hallway smell like broken ambition. Young blood chasing temporary recognition, but I seen legends rise from the basement floor. Turn pain into scripts of the world ignore. Every rhyme like a blade through the system lies. Every drum got the sound of 1,000 lives. Late night, writing with the heater half dead, trying to silence all the wars in my head. City trains rumble like a heartbeat slow while the rain hit rhythms on the cracked window. No glamour in the struggle I describe, just survival instincts keeping hope alive. Still the soul stays sharp through the madness outside, cause the real never vanish when the pressure collide.
Concrete gospel under midnight skies, lost souls trying just to stay alive.
Cold wind blowing through the avenue lights.
We carry dreams through these endless nights.
Yeah.
Concrete gospel,
Hear the city cry
broken angels still learning how to fly.
through the static in the endless fight.
We survive through the dark tonight.
Cold world, heavy hearts, still walking through the storm, still breathing through the noise. No chains on the spirit, no fear in the shadow, only truth in the rhythm. Yeah, every crack wall, hold memories deep. Every tired soul praying peace while they sleep. Sirens sing lullabies across the block. Time moves slow when your dreams feel locked. Still the moon shine over broken terrain. Still hope survive through the thunder and rain. Young kings searching for a higher path, trying not to disappear in the aftermath. I don't rap for applause or digital fame. I speak for the ones never mentioned by name. For the night shift workers and the lost young minds, trying to find light where the darkness designed. So the beat keep knocking like a rebel heartbeat. Every verse like footsteps marching through the concrete. And if tomorrow never promised me peace, at least these words gonna echo through the streets. Midnight concrete,
Still alive,
still alive
still dreaming.
through the static.
Check. 1, 2. Left foot. Right foot. Keep it moving.
Tracing the placement of asphalt cracks, lacing the basement with skello tracks. Mental precision, I inherit the limp from a father who moved like a ghost. Through the blind spots and alleyways, calculating the wind in the alley sprays. Never the main road, never the lights. I prefer the dim corners and quiet nights. Counting the bus fare with freezing thumbs, humming a tune where the radiator thrums. Domestic realism in a heavy coat, keep the philosophy inside the throat. The sidewalk is a chessboard of gray, avoiding the eyes that look my way. It is a ritual, a rhythm of evasion, strategic position for every occasion. The city is breathing a heavy exhaust, calculating exact might be lost. If I step out of the perimeter lines, reading the codes on the rusted signs. Nervous system like a tangled wire, avoiding the heat of a public fire. Just a barstool philosopher with a pen, writing the strategy again and again. Moving through the blind spots, mapping out the gray zones. Peripheral vision and deliberate rhythm.
Moving through the blind spots.
Calculating every single inch of the path, doing the alleyway math. The hangover tastes like a copper penny. The friends I still talk to are not many. Distance is a solvent that thins the blood. Standing on the corner in the winter mud. The laundromat spin is a hypnotic cycle, washing the grit from the urban spiral. I do not need a stage for the truth, just the inevitable fading of my youth. Watching the steam rise from a manhole, a calculated effort for some self-control. No status symbols, just a sharp intent. Figuring out how to pay the rent without losing the peace of the mind that the heavy machinery left behind. I am observing the friction of the street, the synchronized movement of tired street, the synchronized movement of tired feet. It is a chess game played in the dark, without the fire or the sudden spark. just the slow burn of a steady pace. A cold wind hitting the tired face. A cold wind hitting the tired face. Every shortcut is a tactical choice. Keep the volume low in the weary voice. Staccato pauses in the heavy air, finding the meaning in the wear and tear. Moving through the blind spots, mapping out the gray zones.
Moving through the blind spots,
calculating every single inch of the path, doing the alleyway math.
precision in the silence.
Yeah.
Microphone check.
Tracing suit on the limestone, skin tone, bone deep. Grit in the crevices where the old ghosts sleep. Heavy sediment, every element is archival. Vibration of the pavement is a cycle for survival. I'm picking through the rubble of a lost generation. Cause struggle provides history, misery in the masonry. Faceless placement, pacing through the vacants. Every brick is a legend, every crack is a witness. Mental endurance, the spirit's owns walking through the suit of the industrial age. Turning back a cynical page, the architecture is a pressure cooker tight seal. Reflecting how the heavy metal in the light feel. Accumulate dust on the bust of the great men. I'm making my adjustments with the ink from a great pen. High density thoughts in a low density neighborhood. Doing what the ancestors probably never could syllabus. Stacking the balance in a life that's comparative. It's the weight of the lineage, the tax of the bloodline. Calculating value in the middle of the flood time. Building up the spirit while they're checking my pedigree.
It's the dust of the time.
The weight on the mind. Layers of the struggle that we're leaving behind.
Sediment.
The primary element. Trying to find a sense of what is permanent and relevant. Yeah.
Keep it moving.
My mental state is solid, a trust that is terrestrial. Watching how the systems keep the city so celestial. But I'm grounded in the marrow, the narrow path chosen. Keeping my heart from being battered and frozen. Self-love is the shield, the armor for the intellect. Correcting the perspective that the critics would intersect. I'm a veteran abreast, the king of the cadence. Avoiding all the traps in the industry radiance. I'm a veteran abreast, the king of the cadence. Avoiding all the traps in the industry radiance. It's the texture of the brick, the thickness of the air. Knowing that the history is a burden we wear. I'm a quiet observer in a room full of noise. Polishing the spirit, maintaining the poise. From the corner store step to the library hall. Writing down the truth on the side of the wall. Not a victim of the grid, but a master of the flow. Measuring the distance of the seeds that I sow. Regal exhaustion, the cost of the clarity. Trading in the fame for a moment of rarity.
Yeah. It's the dust of the time.
The weight on the mind. Layers of the struggle that we're leaving behind.
Sediment.
The primary element. Trying to find a sense of what is permanent and relevant.
Yeah. Keep it moving. The dust settles. History accumulates. We just breathe through it. Calm delivery. Keep the rhythm. The archive is full. Peace. Check the waves.
Yeah. Keep it moving. Rusted iron in the spinal column. In the spinal column. Gospel for the hollow, the mood is solemn. Heavy wool coat. Salt on the asphalt. Heavy wool salt on the asphalt. Every failure in the district is my own fault. That's the logic of the kingpin's pressure. Gold weight measured by a grim professor. I'm the pillar for the porch, the support beam. Quietly, quietly, I observe the whole street scheme. Theology of lead, the bread is moldy. The youngest in the pack, they never told me that the crown is a yoke made of cold steel. Trying to remember how a soul feels. Calculated movements, the pavement is a textbook. Reading every gesture, every sideways look. Architect of survival, structural ill integrity. Bearing the trauma for the whole posterity. No tears in the eyes, just the grit. The furnace is as cold, but the fuel is lit.
Donnie in the can, every show by the K. Watching all the brothers slowly wash away. Watching all the brothers slowly
official, but the fuel is bark. The furnace is a cast and the fuel is dark. The weight is a gift and a heavy sentence. Seeking no mercy and no repentance. Just the rhythm of the city, mechanical heart. Tearing the logic of the weak apart. Stay stoic while the world collapses. Mapping out the traps in the urban lapses. Iron in the blood, the flood is coming. Esoteric wisdom, the engine is running. Cold out the jeopardy. Cold back to jeopardy, the stance of a statue. If they catch you slipping, they will detach you from the cycle of the struggle. The iron yoke, disappear in like the heavy winter smoke.
Check the weight.
Hold it up. Don't drop.
Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it steady.
I watch the gray smog settle on the brick. Taught to move fast, never make a slip. The currency here is more than just green. It's how much of your essence stays unseen. I swap my open hand for a closed fist. A list of names that I shouldn't await. Of every young mind trying to navigate. The corner store, they trade in the things that stay in your head. I saw a man trade his word for a watch. A heavy price for a status he can't scotch. We build our names on a foundation of debt to the versions of us we haven't met yet. The logic is cold, the math is quite clear. The city takes a tax on the heart, rips the original vision apart. Trading the truth for a foothold today. Watching the genuine parts fade away. Fade away.
They just fade away.
The architecture is designed to divide. Nowhere for a soft spirit to hide. The subway carries the ghosts of the bold who sold their heat just to survive the cold. I keep my chin up, but my eyes stay low. Calculating every single move that I throw. There's a geometry to the way we stand. Mapping the power with the back of my hand. You want respect, you pay with a piece of the peace of mind that you're forced to release. The system is rigid, the asphalt is hard. Playing the hand while you hide every card. I know a kid who was gifted with words. Now he speaks only in symbols and thirds. He traded his syntax for a hard shell, it's made him inferior. The city takes a tax, the original vision apart. Trading the truth for a foothold today. Watching the genuine parts fade away. Fade away.
Watch it fade.
Internal landscapes are covered in soup. Trying to plant a more permanent foot in the world demands we remain in flux. Between the hunger and the corporate lux. Sorting the wrong from the right and the dark. Trying to keep that original spark, but it's a luxury we cannot afford. Product, small concessions and pride. Nowhere for the quiet versions to hide. Hiding my scars under cheap impressions, counting the cost of my daily transgressions. The psyche is warmed by the need to ascend, wondering where the true person will end. The city is a machine with a hungry mouth, eating the north and digesting the south. But I hold the pen like a heavy iron tool, trying to keep my own spirit in school.
The city takes a tax on the heart, rips the original vision apart. Trading the truth for a footholds fade away. Check it, we out. We out.